Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are back with some more viewer summons on Gabriel's account. Another account that is very early, as you can see, 6-9. Last one we did was in Chapter 5. This one has actually progressed to Chapter 6, and we're going to do some more viewer summons. Looking at the heroes here, we do have Belinda, Nimitsu, and Leica. Do have Wukong, which is awesome. As you can see, we have Gwen, we have Rowan, we have Nara. Very, very powerful. We do also have quite a few Celestials, which we have Flora, and we do have Zolrath. So very good start to a very, very early account. So overall, we'll be looking for anything, especially the Celestials and the Hypogeans, to go ahead and continue to build this account. That way Gabriel can go ahead and push the progression in here. As you can see, we've been stockpiling 325 scrolls, which is a crazy, crazy amount. We have a ton of gems here. We have 8 elite hero soul stones. So we'll go ahead, we'll use those up first. Let's see who we unlock. Rain. Rain was my first 5-star hero. If you guys have ever seen, she was the hero way back in the day that I used. That was very powerful. Iran, another super powerful hero. Using him as on my pay-to-win account as well as my main account, he is just absolutely devastating with the Vortex ability. Tassie, always S+. She has double CC with the Slumber and the Banishment ability. Teleportation makes her very, very difficult to kill as well. So very solid hero there. We also do have a copy of Spider Queen. We have another copy of Nimitsu. That might give us enough to get Legendary Plus Nimitsu, which with his rework, the support is very, very strong with him. Absolutely love him on the Mauler Tower. We're going to save the rare cards or the rare stones. That way, when Gabriel goes to use the stones and level up the heroes, he can actually go ahead and level up whoever he wants to. So we'll get into the Noble Tavern here. We'll take a quick look at the wish list. Lucius, always a solid pick. Of course, Gwen, Rose, perfect combo. Cecilia, very, very powerful. Rowan, exact same, super, super powerful. Enoki and Titus are very strong. Sophia is very strong. So is Cetrina and Antandra. Both of them are pretty good. Antandra, I usually don't use. I haven't built her yet, but I hear, short of her taking burst damage, she does survive pretty well. With the Wilder heroes, we have the Tassie, or we do have Tassie in there, which again is S+. We have Leica and Iran, which is always powerful. Saurus is a priority on every team. For every player, Saurus is the priority, getting his signature item up for the boss fights, like we've always said before, as well as the Twisted Essence bosses. Solus also provides a significant amount of damage when it comes to the Wilders. Graveborn, of course, we have the Nara Pharrell. Nara Pharrell are the two primaries. Damon worked into the mix because he is still very, very overpowered and broken. Shamira is a solid carry for the Graveborn as well. Oden, damage disintegration, and the formation altering, very, very powerful hero as well. So your wish list should look pretty similar to what we have here because these are the core heroes that you want to build. So let's go ahead. We'll get into our companion point summons. We do have 325 scrolls, 94,000 diamonds at this point. So we have a ton of diamonds and an elite right off the bat. It is a copy of Nara. Her Impale ability and her CC, her ultimate butchery ability, very, very powerful hero. Players use her all the way through mid-game, late game, end game. Definitely a hero that you want to build. Overall, we do have one card on the table here. So let's get into our summons. 325 scrolls. So we have a ton of scrolls to use on this one. Hoping we can get some luck with the Celestial and the Hypogean heroes. Last early summon, we didn't have that much luck, but there's another elite. Let's see what we get on this one. It is Damon. Damon, super powerful tank. Signature item makes him even better. Furniture makes him just overpowered, broken. Damon and Stitchy, perfect combination. And the damage that he does can actually eclipse a lot of your damage heroes, even though he's a tank. As you can see, he is a tank, primary role tank, so double tank there, but still super, super powerful for a Graveborn hero. And look at that, back-to-back elites. We are getting some luck here. It is Gwen. Gwen with her longbow absolutely decimates the back line. Where Nara might pull heroes in, Gwen just straight up stuns and kills them. The kill power that she has, especially coupled with Rose, is just devastating to teams. And look at that, back to back to back. Even though we're getting singles, we're getting a lot. Another copy of Tassie, definitely happy about that one. 275 scrolls left. Couple more rares. We are going to need a significant amount of food on this account to continue building heroes. 6 more rare cards in that pull. This will be our elite pull. Waiting for some doubles or some triples. We will take some triples. There is Sophia. The Falling Sun ability, the Static Field ability, the Scatterbolt to stun, the Spectral Disruption. All 4 of Sophia's abilities are absolutely devastating when it comes to the campaign and PvP. She is very, very powerful. The best mauler that we have. Another copy of Gwen. Very nice. A copy of Shamira as well. Super, super carry up to mid-chapter 20s. 23, 24, her damage starts to fall off, but super, super powerful this early in the game. She can actually carry you all the way through. And look at that. Another elite, another copy of Shamira. She is one of the heroes that can solo carry Labyrinth. She is one of the heroes that can solo carry the campaign. Up to a certain point, she can pretty much do it all by herself. And again, you couple her with Rose, very, very powerful combination to go ahead and push through the campaign. So this will be our next elite pull, which again, a double. We are just tearing up the elites tonight. Double Tassie. That's already 4. That's already quadruple Tassie pulls. Wow. We've gotten triples, we've gotten doubles. Now we just need to see the Celestials and the Hypogens, and another elite right there. Copy of Satrana. Very, very powerful since the rework. They really addressed the issue of her survivability, reworked some of her abilities. Fire Seeds used to be the main ability, changed it around, and they increased her survivability, which is very, very powerful for the Mauler team. Definitely a help for the tower. And another elite. We are just destroying these, and there is Rose unlocked. Very nice to see. We'll collect up our diamonds. So Rose is completely unlocked at this point. So this team is just going to be crazy with the heroes that we can build on here. And another elite right there. And it is Titus. Titus is one of the few maulers. The Twisted Fate ability, very strong. The Battle Howl is very powerful as well. But he is one of the few maulers that provide the CC aspect. He actually has a fear, which I'm not sure. Maybe it's Fresnoid Strikes. Savagery. There's one ability. I know he has it. That's where they bleed. I thought it was Battle Howl right there. The enemies flee from the vicinity for 5 seconds. So he can actually use this to enemies that are stacked up and make multiple heroes flee with his Battle Howl, allowing him to be one of the very few maulers that have CC. Which means that he absolutely destroys and dominates when it comes to the Mauler Tower. He's kind of a priority, especially when you get further. Another elite right there, which is a copy of Cecilia. If you're running the Abyssal Expedition, Cecilia is a hero you do have to have. Her damage mitigation, very, very strong. And the damage she puts out herself with the Judgment Day ability, super, super strong hero to carry. Continues still have 135 scrolls left here. So a couple more rares. So this will be our elite pull, which just a single, but that's okay. We've had some good luck. And there is the boss killer himself, Saurus, the absolute destroyer of Twisted Essence and guild bosses and hard mode Labyrinth. He just dominates them all. I'm hoping we get a couple more copies of him because we would love to build him. The earlier that you can build him, the better you're going to do, especially when it comes to guild coin. More gear you're going to get, the more tier stones you're going to get because you're doing more damage to the boss, which there's our next elite in the lineup. It is a copy of Cecilia. So that gives us 2 for the Elite Plus. And we're getting a lot more food. Gabriel is going to be able to build whatever hero that they're looking for at this point, because we have pretty much pulled everything on the wish list. I'd like to see Lucius. There's another elite right there. Celestials, Hypogens with Wukong. There is our first Celestial hero, which I believe on this account, he's already at Elite Plus. I believe we got 2 copies of him already. So we might be able to get him up a little bit higher if we can pull another copy of him. Early game, he just destroys the campaign, especially with his ultimate ability. Heroes are not putting out enough damage to kill him. And there's another elite, which is Pharrell. The CC, the Spirits, Energy Disintegration. He is a super solid Graveborn hero. So let's see, we got 3 more cards on the table. Let's go ahead and look at our Ascensions here. So we got a whole lot of heroes. So right there we got our Shamira. We do have Cecilia. We have Gwen. Double Tassie, meaning that we can take her all the way up to Legendary Plus. We have Nara and we have Pharrell as well. And a lot more elites. And that is the food that we are going to need for all of these heroes that we continue to build at this point. 45 more scrolls, still have 95,000 diamonds. And there's another elite right there, which is another copy of Pharrell. So we are going to be able to take even some of these heroes up to Mythic at this point, just because we have pulled so many copies. I would not be shocked if we keep pulling copies. We could even get a hero to Ascended in this low of a chapter. And there is Rowan. Taline Rowan, S+ heroes, best support in the game is Rowan. So let's go ahead and get into our diamonds, which 3 more rares there. All right, so there's our next elite, which is a copy of Oden. Him and Isabella are kind of the 2 that people are kind of going back between. Eviction does change up where heroes are. The Soul Burn is the big one people look for because that actually leeches the energy that heroes have. Evil Eye does quite a bit of damage over time, and of course Void Lightning does quite a bit of damage as well. Very powerful Graveborn hero, but have to find his place and have to find a team that he really shines on. So a couple more rares there. This will be our elite pull, which just a single, but that's okay. We have had phenomenal luck with the summons, which another copy of Titus. Once we unlock the faction towers here, we're going to have more than enough heroes to start our progression and push through to start getting Stargazer cards. So progression on this account is not going to be a problem at all with the amount of heroes that we continue to pull. Another elite there, which is Sophia. That brings her up to Elite Plus with our double copy there. Hoping to see some more doubles. A quad would be absolutely amazing, but we've seen doubles, we've seen triples. We've seen Wukong, so at least we got 1 Celestial and Hypogen, and there's a double right there, which is Leica and Nara. That is a solid pull. 2 elites in one, 2 very, very powerful elite heroes that are built in most of the team comps. 6 more rare cards on that pull. And here is our elite pull, which another one just right in the middle is a copy of Tassie. I believe that's 5. I believe that is 5 pulls of Tassie already. So they definitely want us to build Tassie. Like I said, she is one of the heroes that is super powerful with her double forms of CC. There's our next elite right there, which is Cecilia. So Cecilia, we've gotten a lot of copies. I believe that's our 3rd. So we need 1 more copy of Cecilia, and we will be able to take her up to Legendary Plus as well. And another elite right there. Still have 43,000. There's Antandra. Again, she is a hero that I haven't really played around with too much. If you use her, let me know how well she does. Sometimes I fight her. She seems really, really easy to kill. I think is one of the reasons that I haven't really built her. I know she does have a tendency to go back line. to do a lot of damage. But again, with the burst damage, with the magic damage, being an agility hero, she dies relatively easy. So another elite right here, which is Enoki. Enoki falls in the same line as Grez, falls in the same line as Almas, falls in the same line of your Estrilda. Is in the tank class, but kind of like the pseudo tank. Is not quite as strong as a Lucius or as strong. Lucius is kind of pseudo too, but as like a Hendrik with a solid tank, Scrag, Arthur, kind of a face tank that is going to go toe-to-toe with heroes. Most of those tanks just get absolutely run over. Enoki gets run over when it comes to face-to-face. So copy of Iran here, definitely pulling some Wilders on this account. Which again, the early pulls with the Wilders can carry you literally through the entire game. Another elite right there, which is Nara. So Nara, we should even be able to get up significantly higher. And as you've seen, we got a ton of emblems as well. So let's go ahead and look at who we built here. Look at the food. So there is Rowan, all the way up to Elite Plus. Sophia, which is awesome. Leica, Nara, very powerful. Iran, super powerful. Titus, very strong as well. A lot more elite food. So Gabriel, again, is going to be able to build pretty much whoever he is looking for at this point. We still have 22,000 diamonds left as well. So a couple more rare cards there. So that's our second rare pull. So this will be our elite pull. Which, let's see who we get. Come on, Thane. Another copy of Leica. So definitely she can go to Legendary Plus, if not higher. And look at that, back-to-back elites. Which is another copy of Nara. Between Tassie and Nara, the crowd control aspect, we have pulled a ton of those heroes. We'll also pick up a couple stones out of here, out of the barracks, to continue the summons, see who we get. We got 2 summons left here, which it is a copy of Solus. Solus on my Wilder team has been very, very powerful, especially with the Floral Spectre. Has the ability to kill heroes relatively easy. And our final pull there is a couple more rares. We do have 1 card, 20 more red chests, another card there. So we'll go ahead, we'll just do a quick pull for the Maulers because we're looking for Sophia. We're looking for a lot of heroes, which there's an elite. Get a copy of Titus. Very, very nice. All right, so let's pick up our barrack stones here. It seems like overall we are going to have a ton of heroes that we can build on this account. We'll go ahead and get up the heroes that we already have somewhat built, or that he has started building at this point. 3 more elite stones, which we get a copy of Thane. Thane is a hero a lot of people have used for fodder. I know he does pretty well in the Abyssal Expedition. Other than there, though, I have not seen anyone use him anywhere else. And we got another copy of Damon there. We still have all of our rare stones that we're just going to bank at this point. So that gives us a Solus, that gives us a Damon. All right, so let's take a quick look through the heroes here. So we do have quite a bit of food. We have Rowan. Didn't get any copies of Belinda, which I believe she's not in the wish list. I think he dropped her out of the wish list. But we did get copies of Gwen. So just a lot of food at this point. We could get Cecilia up. We could get Gwen up. Just need another copy to get him a little bit higher for the light bearers. On the Mauler team, again, we got quite a bit of food. Titus. We needed 1 more copy of Titus. We could have built him up a little bit, but still we can look at Savius, even taking him up to Legendary Plus, even though that's his max, would allow us to push a lot of progression because he does a ton of damage. We'll go ahead, we'll use our other copy of Leica, taking her to Legendary Plus. We got a couple copies of our Tassie there, which again, Tassie we could take up to Legendary Plus. Source, we got a copy. Iran, I believe we're still 1 copy short from getting him up. So overall, I'd probably build Iran and Tassie. Tassie can go to Legendary Plus. Graveborn, we got Damon, we got a couple copies of Nara, and of course some copies of Pharrell. So even here we can use food to take Nara up a little bit higher. Wukong we pulled another copy of. Unfortunately we didn't get one to take him to Legendary. Then of course didn't get any Hypogens at this point. So that'll do it for our summons. Like I said, early viewer summons, but we pulled a crazy amount of elite heroes. Overall, Gabriel's going to have a really easy time pushing through a ton of the campaign progression, only being in Chapter 6, especially with the amount of emblems we got out of here. Look at that, 280 emblems, 110 amplifying, 20 more emblems over here, plus we have a lot of chests to pull heroes that we're looking for, and food for days to go ahead and push through this campaign. We could probably take this from Chapter 6 to probably Chapter 12, 15, if not a little bit higher, depending who he focuses on summoning. So if you'd like me to do viewer summons for you, furryhippogaming@gmail.com, go ahead and hit me up. We'll schedule a time to sit down, go over what you want to build in the account, where you're looking. Early game summons are pretty easy because you don't really have anyone built. But if you can do summons like these and start building team comps early, it'll make the game much easier. Again, if you want me to do viewer summons for you, please let me know, furryhippogaming@gmail.com. And as always, thank you guys for watching.